Hello and welcome to Cara Brandon Creations. I am Cara and we are in week 2 now or starting week 2 of our collaboration and challenge to get organized. And let's do a little check-in. How are you doing? How was your weekend? Did you work in your craft room? Did you finish the first week's prompts? Are you ready to go for the next prompts? Have you already just gone ahead and organized and you're all done? Where are you at? Let me know in the comments. I can tell you in the middle of the weekend, I had a moment where I thought, what the heck? Why am I doing this? There's always that point where it gets really crazy before it gets better. Let me add a little clip in here of where I'm at. And while I'm showing you this clip, it's of the stuff that I have sitting outside of my craft room. There's things that I need to put away. There's my donation box. There's a garbage bag. There's that. And let me kind of give you a share of where my room is. It's hard to tell, but I've worked on my closet and my drawers. There's still a ton of stuff on my floor. That stuff I'm thinking about. I have empty containers and storage things on my one table. Yesterday I was working on my desk, so I'm getting there. And I do have, my donation box is growing, so that's good. Okay, so let's talk about the week 2 prompts. And I'm kind of getting these ideas from a few different places. One of them is a book that I've been listening to, an Audible book, and it's called Decluttering at the Speed of Life. And then there's more, it's a long title, Decluttering at the Speed of Life, Winning Your Never-Ending Battle with Stuff. And it's by Dana K. White, and I'll have it linked below in the description. I really have liked the audiobook. Okay, so she talks about in the book, now her book is all about decluttering, not about the organizing. So we're kind of doing both. And one thing that she talks about is the container aspect of things. She talks about your house as a container, and then she breaks it down like your kitchen cabinet. For us, it's our craft space. And our craft space is, and the container of it is going to limit how much stuff you can keep, which is kind of, for some, a frustrating concept, right? Like, I want all the Tim Holtz stamps and dies, and I want all the ephemera. However, my space might not allow, and money, might not allow for that to happen. So I might have to decide as I'm going through things, okay, do I want to keep this or do I want to keep that? And I actually did go through my stamps and I purged a lot to donate. And again, it's because I have a container that will only hold so many stamps. So a lot of my non-Tim Holtz or things I haven't used for a long time, I got rid of. Okay, so the first prompt this week, before you start to purge, you need to know what you have. I had glue sticks, hot glue sticks in my desk here. I had them in a drawer there. I had them in about 4 different places. I have probably 4,000 glue sticks. So I could donate some, or if it fits in the container, the drawer that I've specified for that, then I can keep them, right? But there may not necessarily be a need for me to have 4,000 glue sticks. And I might need to go back and get rid of the ones that are not, who knows if they'll even work because they're so old. So that's prompt 1. I'm going to actually read what I wrote. We're going to put like things with like things. So stamps with stamps, glue sticks with glue sticks, and you can either do this in sections, or as you find them, you can sort them and put them together. Your lace, your ribbon, your papers, your books, you want to see, because you want to get an idea of what you have and how much of it you have. All right, so again, do you have your stamps and dies in 4 separate places? You want to put all of these like things together. And then once we know what things we have, we can figure out what kind of storage we need, the container to put it in. I found myself over the weekend, once I found more of that item, more glue sticks, more stamps, I would have to shift and change the container. I think if I would have taken the time to just put like with like and worried about the containers later, it would have saved me time. So it's up to you. But on Saturday, I was going about it as, more of a section thing, but I think I really should have pulled from all areas of my craft room and put all the same things together and then figured out how I'm going to store my items. All right. So, the gal from the decluttering book, Dana, she also says there's 2 questions to ask when you are decluttering. The first one is, if I needed this item, where would I look for it? And then you're supposed to take it there. So my glue sticks. When I had my glue sticks, I needed to think, now where would I go and look for my glue sticks? And I did have 2 places, my drawer and then in my closet. So then you take it to where you think it should go and you look to see how many you have in that container. And if you have a bazillion and you don't need any more, you can donate it or again, store it if you have enough space. So the first question again is, if you need this item, where would you look for it? And she wants you to take it there right then. The reason is she feels that you will realize that you have too many or you have enough, or if you don't have it, she wants you to kind of get that done then instead of getting sidetracked and never really putting away that item or those items. The second question is, if I needed this item, would it ever occur to me that I already have one? Again, with my glue sticks, it occurred to me that I had a bunch. I didn't realize how many I had, but I did know I had a bunch. And then that is also where she talks about the decision to keep it in your container space and donate it or other options that you can do with it. Okay, so that is the decluttering, Dana's idea of getting rid and purging and organizing. And then another gal who is in the collab, she recently did a video. She was I want to say mechanical engineer, but she was an engineer, so she has a very organized way of thinking, and she talks about in her video, and I'll have the link below because she'll go into way more detail, because I'm just going to kind of talk about the first 2. But she has a system that she used in her engineering job, and it's called the 5S method. The first S being sort, and then set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. So we're kind of talking about the first 2 S's in this prompt this week. The first one being sort, and then the second one is set in order. So again, we're sorting all of our like items, and then setting in order, she talks about for her, again, like she has this amount of space and how can she make it work. She also talks about, okay, well, what was working before and is it still working for me now? Maybe you were a scrapbooker before and now you're a junk journaler. There will be items that you don't really use anymore in junk journaling. So maybe your systems and how you had your craft room set up prior aren't really working anymore. So you might have to rethink those things. I was going through my desk, and I used to have, it's a IKEA Alex shelf. It's now here, but it was over there. And it was, I thought, working for me, but then I just moved it to my right, and now I am easy to access both of them. And the other thing I realized that wasn't working for me is having so much clutter and stuff on my desk. I thought it was, but I think it's much better, and it will be easier in the long run when I go to clean up to actually tuck it away in my drawers. So in order to do that, I had to purge and get rid of things that I no longer use. One example were these really awesome Love from Lizzie peel-off stickers, and they were great when I was doing cards, but I'm not really a card maker. but I want to make sure I want to give this to someone who will use it. Leading into that and the donations, the gal again from the Decluttering book, she talks about if decluttering and donating become this burden almost, you probably aren't going to donate. So for some of the things, I'm just going to take it to Goodwill and say, here you go. Some of the things, like those peel-offs, I will take the time and send them to someone who I know will utilize them. If it becomes this weight on my shoulders, like, oh, I have to go mail those, or I have to get, the address, then don't do it. Don't put yourself through that. Just let it go, be okay with it, move on. And it's okay. It's okay. We do have the list in the Facebook group if you do want to take the time and donate to people, but don't feel obligated. If you just want this job to be done and you want to get your craft room in order so you can get to crafting, take it to your favorite charity, your favorite thrift shop, Goodwill, whatever. Have them come to you if you have a ton of stuff. It's okay. Either one is fine. All right, I have rambled a lot. The one other thing, if you are in the Facebook group, we want to see your progress pictures. It's been really fun to see where everyone's at and what's going on. And again, lots of feedback from everyone in the group, so that's been really exciting. You can find the prompts also in the group. I will have a PDF version in the group. And this is kind of long, so we'll hopefully I might have just a link to the prompt if it's too long, because I also need to have the calendar for the rest of the gals that are coming up this week. But check the description for the prompts and or check the Facebook group. Speaking of, sorry, I'm looking at my calendar. Coming up this week, we have let's see. Today's the 10th. All right, so tomorrow we have Diane, and she's going to talk about fabric and ephemera. Lori's talking about metal dyes on Wednesday. Yvonne is talking about how she organizes her digitals and desk. So it will be interesting to see if her and Julie do it the same or if they're doing it differently. Denise is going to show her craft space. Rachel from Rachel and Bella Crafts. I'm not sure what she's showing, but she has her video on Saturday, and then Edith with Scrapbooking with Me will be on Sunday. So we have an awesome week of lots of great ideas coming this week. I'm super excited. Remember to like, subscribe, and if you would like to comment, it's always awesome for the person giving the video for a little comment and feedback on how it's going. And I think that's all. All right, if you have any further questions, leave them in the comments below. And if there's something you want me to explain more, just let me know. And I will see you soon. And I hope you have a great time organizing and purging your craft room. Remember, we're going to have a great space when we're all done, and we'll be inspired and excited. It might be a little painful, but we'll get there. All right, I hope you have a wonderfully crafty day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.